Alright, hey, what's up, you guys? It's that black gamer chick here, or also known as Mrs. CZZ123, whatever you want to call me. I'm here, and I'm making another Call of Duty Advanced Warfare gameplay video. As you can obviously see on the screen, I'll be playing on the map Recovery, and I'll be playing Kill Confirmed, because last time I played Domination, so I only found it would be right. So, the weapon that I'll be using today is an AK-12 feeder with an autofocus scope, along with dual magazine, and then for my sidearm I'm using an ASM1 sweeper with an ACOG scope. So not much has really changed about my loadout since last video. I'm sorry, haven't really been on Call of Duty that much, and the reason why, well, I'm about to tell you. It's the title of the video: boot camp. Yes, I did have boot camp. It was 4 days of, well, everything. Emotions, very sleep deprived, but most importantly, very fun, and I learned so much from that camp, which is what I'm going to be talking about today in this video. Yay! Not really. Okay, so as some of you may not know or may know, I don't know if I covered this in my last video, well, my only video until now. I am an JROTC, not college ROTC. AFJ ROTC to be exact. So basically they have this thing called CLC, Cadet Leadership Camp, which is basically boot camp for JROTC, excuse me. So basically, this camp, I signed up for it months prior. My sergeant really wanted me to go. He said it'd be really good for me. He said that I would want to kill him whenever we get back. I felt like I was gonna do that the first day, but after the second day, it wasn't easy. It's just that I got used to the yelling. I got used to just most of everything that they would throw at me. Kind of knew it by then. So basically, I'm gonna be talking about my 4 days at boot camp. So basically, boot camp started. Well, obviously it started last Monday, but the time it started for me was the time that I got up. So I got up at 4. Got up, made sure that my uniform was ready, made sure it was laid out, made sure it was ironed, made sure I had my PT gear, my hat, made sure I had everything. So got there, camp started at 5:30 in the morning. But I like to get up early, I like to get things done early, make sure I have everything. And so got all my stuff, went there, and got there 10 minutes early. I got there at 5:20. I'm talking about the first day here, guys, to remind you guys. So I was talking to some cadets, and we were talking about our summer and how it was going, etc. Long story short, 10 minutes flies by so fast, and now it's 5:30. Let me remind you, camp starts at 5:30. So we see all these CTOs just lining up, and we're like, oh my gosh. We're about to get yelled at the minute that their boots exit that door. And weren't we right? You know, besides getting a welcome good morning, cadets, no, we got a lovely line up on the wall right now. And we're so confused because we're like, I mean, do you want us to line up on this wall? That, you know, and so they made us line up on the wall. They're yelling at us. They're yelling at cadets at not being at attention. They're yelling at cadets having their stuff in the other arm. They're just yelling for pretty much anything that they can find that is false at this point. Not false as in it's not true, but false as in you know it's wrong and you need to fix it. So we're getting yelled at, and so we're going into the building now. They have this thing called a flight path. Basically, the flight path is where you're supposed to keep your arm on the right wall. You're supposed to keep your right arm on the wall at all times. If your right shoulder is not on the wall, they will know that you are not following the flight path, and they will yell at you for that. I got yelled a lot for not following the flight path. I also got yelled a lot for stepping on the tape. There's a tape that's laid down on the floor to represent the flight path and where to go and where not to go. And so, yeah, so I reported in. Didn't really know what the flight path was. Continued to get yelled at. Went into the locker room, talked about how I continued to get yelled at. And so, you know, I had so much adrenaline going into this camp. Half of it was gone by 7:30. The camp doesn't end until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. By the way, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be an extremely long day. And man, it was the first day. It felt like I was there for like 2 days. It was like so slow. I was like, man, I'm ready to go home. I'm ready to sleep. I'm tired. And it was very tiring. So around the second day, I get there, I get yelled at, obviously. I'm just so used to it at this point. It's like, okay. And I think that's what was making my CTO so upset. They were saying that I wasn't showing emotion. They were saying that it looked like I didn't care. I cared about being there. I really did. It's just that because like every time I showed that I cared, I wouldn't smile or anything. I would just be proud and I would get yelled at. And so I was just like, I'm not even going to show any emotion. And I guess they got the thought that I just didn't care. I cared about being there. I cared about my uniform. I cared about that camp so much. I had to. I really had no other choice. But if I did, I would still care. And so, you know, it was a bit of a stressful camp, but I enjoyed it. And especially that 4th day, we had ran, I think, like over, I think it was like 2 miles or 4 miles. And if it wasn't for my squadron and my flight and for the CTOs yelling at me to keep going, I would have stopped and I would have never been able to run however long we ran. And so I thank all the CTOs, I thank all the cadets that pushed me. I learned so much from that camp about confidence. I learned so much from it, and I can only thank you guys so much. So this video is starting to get to a closing. So basically, I'm going to be making videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And my next video, which will be posted on Wednesday, will probably be about Grand Theft Auto. So yeah, give this video a thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever. If you have any questions, sorry that I can't reach them today, but if you have any, leave them down in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and I do have a Twitch live stream. I will let you guys know when I'm live streaming. And so guys, thank you so much for watching, and subscribe.